Notice at the moment, I go on panel shows and sometimes talk about the news and that sort of thing. And I use what I think about the news to generate jokes.
David Mitchell is an English comedian, actor, writer, and TV presenter. He's part of the comedy duo Mitchell and Webb alongside Robert Webb. He starred in the Channel 4 sitcom Peep Show and won the British Academy Television Award for Best Comedy Performance in 2009. He's also a frequent participant on British panel shows, being a team captain on Would I Lie to You? And a former host of The Bubble and Was It Something I Said? And a frequent guest on other panel shows including QI, The Big Fat Quiz of the Year, Mock the Week, 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, and Have I Got News for You?
I didn't come into my career with an urge to change our country or political system for the better at all. I just say what I think in a way that I hope will be amusing.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is David James Stewart Mitchell, but he's also known as David Mitchell. He was born July 14th, 1974 in Salisbury, England, making him 47 at the time of this production. He stands 1.78 meters or 5 feet 10 inches tall. He explored his ancestry in an episode of the television program Who Do You Think You Are, discovering his connection to the Gaelic scholars John Forbes and Alexander Robert Forbes. On August 7, 2014, Mitchell was one of 200 public figures who were signatories to a letter to The Guardian expressing their hope that Scotland would vote to remain part of the United Kingdom in September's referendum on that issue. Mitchell's participation in the open letter follows a May 2011 Observer column in which he concludes that if Scotland ever goes it alone, the British will have lost their country. Mitchell has often joked about his personal life in interviews. In 2005, he stated he had been in so many situations when he just said nothing to someone he'd fancied. He later added that, "I'm sort of all right on my own. I don't want it to be forever, but the fundamental thing is I'm all right alone." In 2007, he was the best man at Robert Webb's wedding to Abigail Burtis. He remains interested in history and said in an interview with The Observer that, "I can see myself in a few years' time joining the National Trust and going round the odd castle. I think I might find that restful as the anger of middle age sets in." In his interview on Parkinson, he said that if he could go back in time to do one thing, it would be to go to the building of Stonehenge and ask them why they were bothering. He's a cricket and snooker fan and also plays squash and tennis. He's an agnostic. Mitchell walks for an hour daily to help a bad back and has lost weight as a result, but he probably has quite a bad diet and probably drinks too much. He describes himself as a worrier. He's been good friends with Olivia Colman since they were teenagers and congratulated Olivia when she claimed Oscar for her performance as Queen Anne in The Favourite. He first met broadcaster Victoria Coren at Jonathan Ross's annual Halloween party in 2007 and was completely smitten. She decided to pursue someone else and he pined for her, but in December 2010, they began dating. In March 2012, their engagement was announced. They married on November 17, 2012, with Robert Webb as his best man. In May 2015, Coren announced the birth of their daughter.
10 years ago, that went down much better than it does now. And people are so much, people were much happier to laugh.
He was born to Ian Douglas Mitchell and Catherine Gray Mitchell. He's the older of two sons. Because Mitchell's Merseyside-born father's family was from Scotland and his mother is Welsh, Mitchell considers himself British rather than English. Both his parents worked as hotel managers. Later, they gave up their jobs to give lectures in hotel management instead. A few years later, the family moved to Oxford, and his parents became lecturers at Oxford Brookes University. Mitchell attended Napier House Primary School and later New College School. At the age of 13, he shifted to Abington School, where he turned his attention to debate and drama. He pursued his higher studies from Peterhouse, Cambridge, where he studied modern history. It was during his first year at university that he met his future partner, Robert Webb. Before beginning his career in comedy, David Mitchell worked as an usher at the Lyric Hammersmith Theatre and in the cloakroom of TFI Friday. He soon began performing shows at the Edinburgh Fringe with Robert Webb. Due to their brilliant performances, Mitchell and Webb were given the chance to write for the second season of the TV show Big Train. They also had minor work in the Jack Dougherty Show and Comedy Nation. Mitchell and Webb were commissioned for a sketch show of their own in 2001, titled The Mitchell and Webb Situation. It ran for 6 episodes. In 2003, their popularity reached new heights after they were cast in the lead roles in Peep Show, where they played flatmates Mark Corrigan and Jeremy Osborne. Peep Show, which started airing in 2003, ran till 2015. The series earned critical acclaim, and Mitchell won the BAFTA Television Award in 2009 for Best Comedy Performance. The show won the Rose d'Or for Best European Sitcom in 2004. From 2006 to 2010, he starred in the series That Mitchell and Webb Look, which won the BAFTA Award for Best Comedy Program. Mitchell made his film debut in 2007 with a lead role in the British comedy film Magicians. The film was directed by Andrew O'Connor, which reviews were mostly mixed. That same year, he appeared in another movie, I Could Never Be Your Woman. It was a commercial disaster. He also played guest roles on TV shows such as Phineas and Ferb, How TV Ruined Your Life, and The Bleak Old Shop on Stuff. In 2013, he played the leading role in the 3-part comedy series Ambassadors. In 2015, he had the role of a policeman in the comedy film Friday Download the Movie. The film was directed by John Henderson. In 2017, he started playing the lead role of Stephen Richard in another sitcom, Back. The series received mostly positive reviews. The same year, he had a supporting role in the action comedy film Gunshot. Mitchell made his stage debut in Ben Elton's The Upstart Crow, which premiered in London in February 2020. He played the part of Shakespeare, as in the television series Upstart Crow, which inspired the play.
Increasingly nervous about what I say about them, because I sort of think, I don't know. I mean, this is what I think, and I thought this would go to a funny place, and I point out this illogical thing, and I hope it will go to a funny place.
He's earned money as a comedian and actor. His salary in 2020 was estimated to be over $500,000. And he topped up his salary with an advertising campaign with Apple. He once stated in an interview that adverts paid him more than TV if judged on salary per hour. He has a net worth of $3 million. Along with his wife, presenter Victoria Coren Mitchell, he bought a house near Belsize Park, a residential area of the London borough of Camden, for £3.2 million. For many years, he lived in Kilburn, London, as the flatmate of novelist Robert Hudson. He likely owns the following cars: a BMW, a Cadillac Eldorado, a Porsche 928. A Mustang Shelby. Bristol 401. A Ferrari.